that is much harder than it looks. And you may notice I'm looking at you down there, because I'm like staring at your private parts. Actually, it's because I have a lot of trouble looking into the iSight camera built into my new MacBook. I like looking at the screen, which is where I am, but I gotta look at you where you are. But in other news, did you take your son or daughter to work today? Because it is indeed Take Your Son or Daughter to Work Day. The Take Our Daughters to Work program was created by the Miss Foundation for Women in 1993. The program promoted employees, employers, anybody who worked at a business or anything like that to take their daughter to work. Actually, they didn't care too much if it was your daughter or not. It could just be any prepubescent aged girl. It just had to be a girl. Because they needed to see what a day in the life of Suck would be. However, one of the best things about Take Your Daughter to Work Day was the fact that your daughter got out of school and she loved you for it. I mean, that's awesome. You tell a little kid that, like, hey, you get to come out of school, and they're like, wee, woohoo! In the year 2000, a poet named Robert Bly suggested that fathers should take their sons to their favorite library and show them their favorite books and poems and stuff, because apparently, while girls had no experience in the workplace, boys had no experience being smart. But despite the failures of that plan itself, you know, they decided to add boys into the National Take Your Daughter to Work Day, so now your son was your daughter. Now, see, that's not entirely true. They just expanded it to what it is now. Take your sons and daughters to work day. So you can take your sons or your daughters or your anything to work. I mean, it's yours. Take it. Why not? I mean, as long as it isn't like a gun and you're planning on shooting anybody, I suppose it would be fine. I mean, you might get in trouble for taking a prostitute there, but, you know, just try not to break the law and you should be fine. So if you know any young boys or girls, you should have taken them to your work today regardless of your relationship to them, if they're your son or your friend's son or some random guy you found on the street, or if it's a girl. I mean, it can be a girl. There's no problem with it being a girl. But anyway, if you did not do it, then you just might be a very horrible human being.